Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. Well, this is the first video that I'm recording in our new house. I don't have everything that I need just yet. A lot of our stuff is in storage, and actually one of my lights has broken, so I've resorted to using only one light right now. So please pardon the setup. I'm not really sure where I'm going to do my future videos at just yet. And I know it's been a really long time since I've recorded a video, at least for me. And you know, just the past maybe month or 6 weeks has been pretty rough for us. My daughter was in the hospital for a week, then I got pneumonia, then we had to move. Now last week my daughter was in the hospital for 4 days again, and it has just been one day after another. But I am finally back today for another video. So I thought to myself, what is it that I'm going to share with you today that I really feel the need to talk about, something that is really relevant? And I started thinking about back to school time. And so today I'm going to share some unconventional, always unconventional with me, back to school advice from a mom of 11. So this video is likely to push some buttons, and most of my videos do. So this won't be any different. But one thing that I've been thinking about lately when it comes to back to school is how it seems that people tend to look to the government as the answer for all of their problems. They want the government to solve every single problem that they have. And you know, this really is the case when it comes to school too. Abstractly, people look to school to solve problems like the poor literacy rate. They look to school to solve the problem with juvenile delinquency. So a lot of times they look, to school as a way to keep kids off the street. And another thing that people look to school for is, the severe lack of common sense in so many people nowadays. So they tend to look to school as the answer, pushing for longer school hours, whether it's, just for longer school days or for after school programs. Education reform is always a buzzword. But what I'm going to focus on today is how people tend to look to school, aka the government, as a way to solve their parenting problems. And first of all, before I even get into this issue, I want to point out one thing. Every single problem that I have listed today as a reason that people look to school as an answer, school is largely the reason that these problems exist to begin with. And I have already done videos on all of these topics, but for some reason, people they always look to the creator of problems as also the solution. And I think that sometimes that's exactly what the government intended in the first place. But my back to school advice is, don't expect school to solve your child's behavioral problems. So many times at back to school time, it is common to hear parents say, "Oh, thank God, school is back in session. My kids are driving me crazy." Or as the days or weeks go on, you will very often hear parents saying things like, "You know what? I'm just going to let my child's teacher deal with this." And this seems to be something that is happening more and more and more often. Yet, what you hear also from very often the same people is the lack of respect that they are getting from their children. And these things go hand in hand. So today I just wanted to share with you that your children, they don't belong to the schools. Your child's teacher is not their parent. You are your child's parent. If your child is having behavioral problems, don't look to your child's teacher to fix those behavioral problems. It is your responsibility as the parent to take care of any issues that your child has. If your child is just driving you crazy, I'm going to tell you that all parents feel that way now and then about their kids. But what you need to realize is that a large part of the reason that your kids are driving you crazy is because you're not used to being with them, because you're so used to sending them off to school every year. And a lot of times you're very used to just utilizing all of those after school programs because, yeah, school is like a free babysitting service. And you know, I was guilty of this. When my kids were in school, I felt the same way. My kids used to drive me crazy sometimes. And yeah, I used to sign them up for every single after school program that there was. Sometimes it was because, you know, I thought that my kids would enjoy it, but you know, actually it usually was, but always in the back of my mind, I thought, well, that's gonna give me some more time than myself. But you know what? Attitudes like that are not helping your relationship with your child. And thankfully, I came to realize that over my years of parenting. My oldest son is 26 now. He just turned 26. And my youngest is 6. So I've got kids of all ages. And what I'm going to tell you is that as long as you continue to look to your child's teacher as, you know, the in loco parentis, which the courts have given schools in loco parentis, meaning that schools are pretty much in charge of kids while we're there. But if you expect your child's teacher to take over the role of parent, or if you are looking to your child's school to just solve all of your angst over the things that you're dealing with your kids, if you're expecting school to deal with behavioral issues that your kids have, what I'm going to tell you is that you are never going to have the relationship with your child that your child needs. Because what is happening is that your child is putting all of that respect that they should be giving to you as the parent, they're putting that on their teacher. They are looking to teachers as that primary authority figure. And the reason for that is because if the teacher is the one doing the disciplining, that to kids, a lot of times that is love, when you are showing concern for your kids. So if you are just washing your hands of the issues that are going on with your kids and just sending your kids off to school, hoping, you know, keeping your fingers crossed that the teachers are going to solve those problems, you are never going to have that respect from your kids, and you're, again, never going to have that relationship that every child so desperately needs with their parent. So this is just my plea to you. Usually I make videos about homeschooling, and homeschooling is still my passion, but it has also become my passion to wake parents up to the system that you are falling prey to. Wake up. Your child is not the government's. Your child is yours, and when you became a parent, you took on the responsibility to deal with the good and the bad. That's all that I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave one over on Instagram because YouTube disables my comments. And if you like my work and would like to check out my Patreon page, I will leave that link in the description box as well. And I hope you have a great day.